Let me tell you a story from Game of Thrones you probably missed while watching the series. So I picked up one episode of Game of Thrones last night, and it was that particular episode where Jaime Lannister was telling Lady Brienne of Tarth the reason why he had to unalive the Mad King. That the Mad King wanted to burn down the whole King's Landing with white fire that he has hidden, in several strategic places in King's Landing. Now, after listening to him carefully, I understood the reason why he did what he did, and it was justified. You get? But that was not the interesting part of that dialogue. The interesting part of that dialogue was that Ned Stark would have taken the throne for himself if he wanted to, because from the narration of Jaime Lannister, it was Ned Stark that found him sitting on the Iron Throne in the Great Hall. So naturally, if Ned Stark wanted to become king, he would have just taken the throne for himself. But for some reason, he was still loyal to Robert Baratheon and allowed Robert Baratheon to become king. Now, on the other side of that story, it was the same white fire. The reason why Jaime Lannister had to unalive the Mad King, because he hid white fire, like several white fire in several strategic points in King's Landing, and he would have burnt down King's Landing. It was the same white fire that made Jaime Lannister unalive the Mad King that Cersei Lannister used to burn down the Sept of Baelor, if you remember. So, how do you finish listening to all of these things? I still believe that Game of Thrones is not the greatest series of all time. Because when I watched that particular point, and I remembered, it was the same white fire Cersei Lannister used to burn down a huge part of King's Landing and also the Sept of Baelor. That was the same white fire that the Mad King was going to use to burn down King's Landing that made Jaime Lannister to unalive him. You see the how or more. I go see you for the next one. Maybe one of these days I'll see pick up another episode and we'll dissect it together. You get the point. I go see you.